Being said, I would like to know if you could talk about what this team showed overcoming a week unlike any team has ever overcome in sports as far as we're aware, to come back and win this series. And do you think you've shown the country or sent a message or lesson, gotten a lesson for the country?
No. I think I said this once before. I'm not that deep or philosophical. At the end of the day, for us it was basketball. Had we lost this game, it wasn't like they were going to let us go to the next round because of what we've been through. I think it just showed our will, our fight, and more so than getting through that, it was about getting through tonight. The first half, gave up 64 points, I think, in the first half. We just showed a lot of fight and a lot of will to come back and win this.
I asked the last question too that you said that.
Yeah, it's the truth. It's the truth.
Hey, Chris. What did you guys learn from not only this game but this series that will help you in the next round against Oklahoma City?
I think one of the things that we learned is that the series isn't won or lost in the first game. We lost game one here at home. We knew we had to go there and get one, and we did that. And we just showed a lot of fight. It's ups and downs throughout the entire series. But this was a slugfest, man. It was a dog fight. It was a good team we beat over there. Steph was amazing all series long, and it just feels good to get that one under our belt.
And Chris, do you think Doc has handled this in the way that he finally let go at the end? It seemed like he was pumping his fist. What did that mean to you when you saw that?
I didn't know, to tell you the truth, until I was about to get in the shower and I asked our team doctor, it was on the TV, and I seen Doc, and I was like, wow, Doc was cheering, huh? And you just don't see that from him too much. And myself, I'm sort of like that too. And I sort of let go there when it was 2 seconds on the clock and I knew we needed one free throw. Because it's been emotional. It's been emotional. And our team, whether you can see it or not, is very tight. And, we got like a team group text where it's just our entire team. It's pretty funny at times too, but last night guys were texting like, no, this can't be over. It's not time for this to be over. And you just felt it in the timeouts at halftime. We just knew it wasn't time for our season to be over.
Chris, over here. Do you guys have enough in the tank after this series? I mean, you start up on Monday very quickly. Where are you guys physically and emotionally? Are you ready to start this next
We got
series?
the best training staff in the league. I believe that. I'm not just saying it. Jason Powell and all the other guys, we got the best training staff in the league. So, we'll fly to Oklahoma tomorrow. Maybe Blake will have us at his house for dinner or something like that, and we'll be ready to play on Monday.
Chris, what was the scene like in the locker room afterwards, and what did Doc say to you guys?
There's a bunch of cameras in there, first of all, which that never happens. But, we just said good win. Good win, way to fight, way to trust. That's the biggest thing with our team right now is trust. And, obviously we go back and forth at times where it doesn't seem like we do, but Doc tells us all the time, if we trust, we'll find a way to win, and that's what we did.
Chris, we're here. What did the last 2 weeks say about your team? What did it tell you? Did it tell you anything you didn't know, or what does it say about your team in the last 2 weeks?
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like I don't even remember half the stuff that's happened in the past week. I don't know. It's just all about right now. All I can think about right now is getting home and, talking to my family about this game right here. I don't really remember the past couple of weeks except for it's been exhausting. It's been exhausting. Now it's on to the next round.
Chris, is there any correlation between what you went through off the court, you kind of related to the trust that you talked about, is there any correlation between what you guys have dealt with off the court in the last week and how you figure out things, especially tonight?
No, I don't think so. Like we said a few times, maybe not so much in game, what was that, game 4 that we lost there. But all in all, when they throw the ball up, it's been basketball. All the stuff before the game or after the game, all the questions, it is what it is. But once they throw the ball up, it's been basketball every game. So.
Chris, I know you delegated a lot of stuff to Kevin Johnson during the week, but I'm sure you're still being called and asked upon. If you describe the extra duties, I guess you had to deal with as the president of the players' union.
Yeah, it was tough that first day, but I got rid of my phone. I did. Seriously, I got rid of my phone for the rest of the playoffs. And, it's been quite relaxing, to tell you the truth. You know, my wife, my parents, my brother. You know, other than them and my teammates, they, you know, I don't need to talk to nobody else right about now.
Chris, 2 questions for you. What did you say in the group text last night, and what did you tell the team at halftime today?
You know, I didn't say anything last night. I just read it. You know, I was sitting there watching games, watching that Portland game, that unbelievable shot Damian Lillard hit. And, you know, me and Jamal Crawford actually just text back and forth, just talking about the energy that we need to come out with. And like I said, it's been emotional, but it's over now. Now we got to focus on OKC.
You talked about practice yesterday. Doc said he cut it short because the energy wasn't there. Was it just a culmination of a long week, or what do you think it was?
Man, I don't know. I don't even remember practice yesterday. I'm serious, man. It's just been all about tonight. Ever since we lost Game 6, everything has been about rest, defending. Me and Blake, you know, this is our 3rd year together now, so we've been through a lot. So we talked about it before the game. If we go down, we're going to go down swinging, and that's what we try to do.
And how are you physically? You're going to have Russell coming up next, trying to guard you.
Man, just got done with Steph, and then go right on to Russ, right? Yeah. I'll say a special prayer for me tonight.
Chris, sometimes, you know, when you roll out of one series right into the next one, that can be a good thing. No time, no downtime to sit and think about it and worry about it.
Yeah, you can be in a nice rhythm or something, right? Yeah, hope you're right. All right, Blake Griffin, ladies and gentlemen.
Blake, could you talk about what happened at the beginning of that 3rd quarter? Obviously, you guys went into halftime. Things didn't seem to be clicking. They seemed like they were controlling the pace. And then suddenly, everything flipped.
You know, I thought we just did a good job on defense. And we started getting stops. We started making the rotations that we wanted to. And, you know, all season long, whenever we get stops, it leads to easy buckets. And then once we get some easy buckets, then more shots start to fall. So, you know, it's all about defense for us. It really is.
Wait, was there, yeah, that was a close game down the stretch. Was there one moment that you can say the game shifted in your favor? One incident, one anything?
Oh, man. Honestly, I honestly can't remember all of it. I mean, there was a bunch of, you know, moments. There was a bunch of big shots. There was times where, you know, maybe it was a block, maybe it was a stop defensively or a shot. There was a lot of different things. I couldn't really say with one thing.
Did the team just, as far as coming together, when did the team, was it before the game ever started? Or when did the team recognize, you know, what it was going to take to win?
I mean, I think we knew, and we know, but, you know, we came out kind of lackadaisical in that first half and put ourselves in a bad hole. I mean, but to their credit, I mean, they shot 70% from 3, whatever, from the field. So, I mean, they played really well, but I thought we just came out and we just dug in and we believed. I mean, at halftime in the locker room, you would have thought that, you know, we were up by a little bit just because no one was really down on ourselves. We just kind of kept pushing and kept fighting.
Blake, when you look back on this series 10 years from now, 20 years from now, what do you think you're going to remember about these last 2 weeks?
It was a great series. I mean, this is my second Game 7 in 3 playoff series, and you know, I still remember a lot about the first one, but this one, you know, much different and a different type of series as far, you know, we was just so high pace, you know, high offensive output and all that. I mean, this game, you know, everybody was like ready to grind it out in the locker room after the game, but we didn't really grind it out. We just outshot pretty much. But I mean, it's going to be a memorable series. But honestly, I can't tell you what I'm going to be thinking in 20 years.
Is it good for you guys to be able to hit that kind of mental reset button though, and start a new series? And is that going to help you kind of put the emotional stuff that went with this series behind you?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, you know, it's kind of all in the past. We had that baggage with us for that series, but I mean, now it's pretty much over. I mean, you know, it's obviously still lingers, but it's not quite the same. So, you know, hopefully, you know, we just get locked in tomorrow and do what we got to do and have a good showing.
Like the way Doc just kind of like let his emotions out at the end of the game. He was like pumping his fist and high-fiving everyone. Did you see that, and what did that mean to you and the team?
It meant a lot because I think he, of all people, has been through probably the most. I mean, just because he really had to deal with it, those first couple of days, and we weren't really, as a team, we decided not to really speak on it. He was the guy that everybody was kind of looking to, and he's the leader of our team, and emotionally, I can't imagine what he was going through. So, you could tell that he really had a sense of relief once this was over. That we kind of got through a physically tough and mentally tough series.
Blake, Chris earlier described this series as almost like a slugfest. What are some of the things that you all taken from this series that will aid you against Oklahoma City?
They score the ball so well, and they have so many guys that can shoot the ball that we really had to be aware of where guys were at all times. The rotations. They're swinging it from Steph to Clay to somebody else that can shoot. They just space the floor, and they run their offense well. They know what makes them successful, and they did a good job of that all series. With the exception of a couple games, I think. So, I think defensively, it prepared us to really be on our rotations and understand that nothing's going to be perfect, but we just got to kind of work it out.
Like all season, you guys have been emphasizing the importance of trust with this team. This morning shoot around, you guys reiterated that, and even during timeouts. How much did that trust help you guys fight through and fight back tonight and through this series?
It was huge. I think game 2 it was big for us. I know I said after the game that it was crazy. The mood before the game of game 2 was so much different than before game 1. In game 2 we were already down 0-1 at home and lost home court. I think it just kind of made us realize that we don't need to panic. We don't need to fight too. I think we just wanted it too much in a lot of games, and you can't play like that because you start doing too much. And I was a main one, but there was times tonight where we just really trusted, and it was a beautiful thing.
Ben?
Like you talk about being an Oklahoma guy, going to play Oklahoma, your home state, and will you get a chance to take your teammates home or do anything like that?
I might have my mom bake some stuff for them, cook some stuff for them, but I don't know if I can fit all however many guys in my parents' house. But definitely try to do some things for the short time we're there. Try to make everybody as comfortable as possible.
Well, what would be the thing that you would bake?
Strawberry cake. So, I hope she's watching this.
If like your team went through obviously something no team's ever really quite gone through the past week with all the other stuff, can you talk about how proud you are of your team, your teammates, yourself, overcoming this adversity?
Very proud, man. I really don't know. Like you said, there's not really a team that's gone through this. And I remember Saturday morning when everything had hit, you could see certain guys that are really that were really emotional about the situation. And this was the first day, and it got a lot bigger. At the point when we had the meeting, it was obviously a huge thing, but it just grew and grew and grew with each day, or each hour, honestly. And it wore on guys, and we tried to do the thing where, it was like, okay, let's put this off to the side, but that's impossible. So just the mental strength that we had, come back home, get one, and finish this one out tonight is unbelievable. I think, a lot of credit goes to our coaching staff, too, for trying to lead the charge and get us to lock in mentally.
Like long series, long week, and then on top of that, you're playing with a deficit first 2.5 quarters tonight. So where did the energy come from to push the lead in the second half?
I mean, if we didn't have energy in the second half, we didn't really deserve it, to be honest. I mean, game 7, if you don't go out and find energy somewhere, I really don't think you should even be on the floor. And we just kind of locked. I think we settled down at halftime. We just kind of took a breath and realized that they shot incredibly well the first half. It's going to be tough to keep that up for 4 quarters. So we just got to do our job. We just got to dig away, and that's what we did, you know, as soon as the third quarter started, I thought we had that mindset.
All right, thanks, guys. Steph Curry.